we're continuing with the Vidui Gadol. So it says over there, Kizavnu, that we have lied. And under the category Kizavnu, it says Ka'asnu, that we got upset, that we got angry. The Gemara speaks many places in Shas about how important it is not to get angry. The Gemara says that whoever gets angry, his wisdom is lost. The person will start forgetting things. The person will forget that he has something wise to say, and it'll slip him. Like we saw that Moshe Rabbeinu, he had some wisdom to say, and he lost it due to the fact that he got angry. Also, the Gemara tells us that a person's nikar bekiso, koso, kaso. A person's recognized in his pocket how he spends money, and how he handles his liquor, how he drinks, how he eats, and through his anger. When a person's true feelings, true personality comes out, you get to see it when he gets angry. You'll really see who he really is. So therefore, a person has to know that our essence, our real midot, are tested, and we'll really get to see where we're holding by how we handle ourselves in times of anger. The Gemara Masechet Sotah says that just like the karya worm destroys the seed, it destroys it, it makes the seed hollow from the inside, even though it looks like it's complete on the outside. So too, a person who gets angry, he look like he has a house, he looks like he has a life, he looks like he has a business, but it's hollow. On the inside, it's not meaningful. On the inside, it's not real, because it's so painful and so unbearable to be with this person. He always gets angry, and therefore, it's not really enjoyable. There's no real toch, there's no real inner, there's no real depth to it, because it's very, very unbearable. Also, the Gemara Kiddushin says that whoever gets angry, what does he really gain? He gains nothing. You don't really gain. You change something because you got angry. You made it better now that he got angry. You actually made it worse. It doesn't affect anyway. It doesn't improve the situation by getting angry and getting upset and yelling and screaming and misbehaving. The Zohar in Parshat Truma says when a person gets angry, his regular soul leaves him. He gets a nefesh ba'amit. He gets an animalistic soul, and he starts acting like behemah. He acts like an animal. And what? And they ask people after they got angry, "Why did you do this? Did you realize what you were doing?" He says, "No, I don't realize. I don't know what got into me. I don't know why I acted like an animal." And now we know why. The Zohar says, because you got nefesh ba'amit, you got an animalistic soul. All the holiness a person gained through his mitzvot, he went away. He lost it when he got angry, and he got an animalistic soul, very low-level soul, and he acts like an animal. And then he calms down. He gets his regular soul back, albeit with much, much less kedusha. And the person has to build himself again. So therefore, that's why the Arizal says, for let's say Shazal, for Zerah Batala, 84 fast, he says to do kapara. For getting angry, he says over 200 fasts. He says you have to do to get angry. That's how much kedusha a person loses when he gets angry. So a person has to be very, very careful. But Lekutei Maharan, he says something interesting. He writes that Nachman Breslev alav shalom, he's whenever HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to give you parnasah, the Satan says to him, this person doesn't deserve. Hashem, don't give it to him. So he says, no, he does deserve. The Satan says, let me test him. So how does he test him? He tests him through anger. And through anger, he comes and tries to make you angry. If you pass the test, then the parnasah is coming. And if you don't pass the test, then Satan says to Hashem, you see, I was right. And right away, Hashem rips up the check. Hashem rips up the parnasah, haz v'shalom. So the Rabbi Nachman says, the person, every time you get tested with anger, you should know parnasah is about to come. All depends if you pass this test or not. So the person has to push himself to do teshuvah before Rosh Hashanah. On this midah, 100% we have to do. It's harder, the Rav Salatu said, it's harder to change one midah than to learn all of Shas. So a person can learn and learn and learn. What does it help if we don't change our midot, the way we speak, the way we act? The person has ga'ava. He thinks he can talk down and speak however he wants, get angry whenever he wants. Everybody has to swallow it. His wife, he tells her, His sons, he tells them, He goes and tells his friends, And he curses them or insults them and gets angry and acts like an animal. Haz v'shalom. Why should we behave such a way? We don't want HaKadosh Baruch Hu to do the same thing to us. So the way we treat others is the way that HaKadosh Baruch Hu treats us. So therefore, a person has to make the teshuvah on this. There's a wonderful story. The Sefer Hasidim writes that there was a person who his father always taught him, whenever you're angry, sleep on it. Whatever you want to do something bad, and because you're angry, think about it for one day, sleep on it, and then do it the next day. So then he was one day leaving to business, and he left his wife. He didn't know his wife was already pregnant. He left the business. He didn't come back for over 10 years, almost 20 years. He came back, and he looked through the window to see what his family's doing, what his wife's doing, and she sees a very young, handsome man hugging his wife. So he got very upset. He was plotting to go kill his wife. He said, "What is this? She's cheating on me." So he goes and he says, "But you know what? My father taught me always sleep on it." He slept on it. He came back the next day, and everybody said to him, "Look, you came to shul. Why didn't you sit next to your son?" "What? What are you talking about?" He says, "Look, this man." And he sees the same young man who was hugging his wife the other day. Who was it? It was his son. It was his son he didn't even know. And he was about to kill his son, and he didn't realize what was going on. We don't know how many times HaKadosh Baruch Hu puts us in a situation. It's the best thing for us. We don't realize how good it is. But what? We have to have patience with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We give benefit of the doubt to our friend. We have to give benefit of the doubt to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's what the Gemara says also. That whoever gets angry to the point where he's going to go and break something, it's as if he is Oved Avodah Zarah. Why? It's as if he served idols. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he brought you to this situation. This is good for you. And you say to Hashem as if, Hashem, why you bring me to this situation? I'm upset. I don't like this situation. You don't accept Hashem's divine providence. You don't believe Hashem brought you here for a reason. That's like Avodah Zarah. That's like you're serving idols. So therefore, a person is make teshuvah for the midah of kas. Baruch